is a launch plan that you can steal that has made me over £10,000 in the last 24 hours. It works whether or not you're selling physical products, digital products. It hasn't just worked for me. This is someone from my last cohort of mentorship who's made almost £3,000 in her launch week. I'm going to move out the way so you can screenshot, but make sure you bookmark it for later as well. Okay, your first 3 to 4 weeks are all about build up. You're establishing this know, like, and trust relationship with your potential customer. You're building a community, you're creating content, and you want to make sure that you follow the 7-11-4 rule for this. I've made another video about this recently, but essentially people need to consume 7 hours worth of content from you in order to feel confident enough to make a purchase. I've put a 3 to 4 week timeline on this, and in all honesty, the longer the better. The most important thing is that you have an engaged enough community, an audience of customers to go to. You can then move on to building a waitlist. This is where you announce your product is coming soon, have a clear call to action, and you're getting people onto that waitlist. I'd again leave about 3 to 4 weeks for this. Where I see strategies like this fall flat is when people haven't left enough time in this section here, so they're not going to a big enough pool of people. When people are on your waitlist, you want to make sure that you're clearly communicating what it is you're actually going to be selling to them. People do not like surprises. So if you want your waitlist to convert well, you need to tell people exactly what it is you're going to be selling them, exactly how it's going to help them change their life, what kind of transformation they're going to get out of buying this product or service, and exactly how much it's going to cost them. I use this strategy a lot when I'm at work in my day job, when I'm raising a fund or when I'm raising investment for other companies. We will openly tell investors that there is a limited allocation of shares at a specific share price. We'll then build up a book or a wait list of interested investors. We'll tell them when the fund is going to open. We'll be specific that there's a limit on allocation on how much is available for them to buy. And then we'll also restrict the access time. And this is the exact same method I follow with selling any kind of digital product or service. So when you've got a wait list, and if you're looking for a benchmark, I'd aim for around 100 people. Ideally, if you get a much bigger wait list, great. But if this is your first time ever launching any kind of product or service, 100 people is a great target to aim for. Then you're going to open up your private live, as I call it at work, or early access. This is a 48-hour period. I'd recommend you start it on a Monday, where people are going to get either access to a limited quantity of something, exclusive pricing, or an additional bonus. You want to give people a really compelling reason to buy right now. So I am doing this right now for my 6th. And in less than 24 hours, I've made over £10,000. Once your private live 48 hours has lapsed, you're then going to go into a 7-day live period. 7 days is long enough to catch people who might have missed any of your communication, been on holiday, or just missed your emails. But it's still short enough to ensure that people have an incentive to buy now. If you have an evergreen product, i.e. you're not going to close the doors on something, so it's not going to be available for a long period of time, it's just going to be available all the time, then consider adding another time-bound pricing or additional time-bound bonus. Closing access to your product will work better for generating sales. It's why sellouts work, limited edition runs work, because it gives people a reason to take action now. The final and most important thing about this launch plan is that you need to keep your foot to the gas for the entire 9-day period. If you want this to work, you have to throw absolutely everything you have at it for the full 9 days. Don't be afraid about annoying people or over communicating. Trust me, a lot of people will miss your messaging, and you want to make sure that you're not leaving any money on the table.